Hello everyone, I'm AtomiK and I'm really happy to be with you tonight for the Max League of Nations 2 quarterfinal. And tonight I am with Meati. How are you, Meati?
Yo, what's up, AtomiK? I'm happy to be here myself. I'm looking forward to these games tonight. What about you, buddy?
Yeah, very happy, very hyped for those games because we have Russia against Poland. Countries to reach this stage should have gone through two group stage, so only the 8 best countries in the quarterfinal. So two at least, or maybe three confrontations tonight. First we'll have No Flame against Mikolop, then Levik against Dawido, and if the confrontation is not over, we'll have Young Christ against Misrael as a tiebreaker. So we can start without waiting anymore for the lineups, if it's good for you, Miti.
Let's go for it, man.
Yeah. So let's start with No Flames lineup from Russia, playing Mozaki Mage, Warlock Owl, and Rock Crest. So his Rogue has been banned, only Mage and Warlock left. What do you think of this deck, Miti?
Well, let's take a look. The Mage, I think, is a pretty standard list. We've got one Flurry, one Hot Streak, and one Ice Barrier. I would say that's pretty optimal. And the Warlock, let's take a look. We've got quite a lot of one-offs in this deck, which is pretty typical for Hoop Warlock. We've got two Owls, one Hysteria, one Viper, one Wicked Shipment, one Mortal Coil. I would say that's a pretty standard list as well. Nothing really that surprises me there, and standard lists are good. But they have banned away the Quest Rogue. So what is what lineup will this be going up against?
He's going against Mikolop, playing Quest Rogue, Miracle Priest, and Hunter Quest.
Interesting. And so I'm guessing that they probably banned the Rogue or the Hunter. What did they ban?
They banned Hunter.
They banned Hunter. Yeah, makes sense. So looking at these decks, we've got a Quest Rogue. Again, I think this is a pretty standard list. There's a Scabs Cutter Butter instead of Mr. Smite. Not sure I like that, but some people do like this card. We've got two Cult Neophytes. So there's clearly something that I would normally run in this list which isn't here because I don't normally run Cult Neophyte. But yeah, I think it's a solid list, and the deck is solid as well.
Could Neophyte will be great, I think, against the No Flames lineup, playing both Mozaki Mage and Auritica Warlock. These decks needs to play spell to remove opponent boards. They are playing very few minions, so
exactly.
I think this Neophyte will be very important in the confrontation. Maybe Shadow Step sometimes. The timing of the Neophyte will be quite interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't ban the Rogue, to be honest. But yeah,
don't you see?
I guess they just felt that the Hunter was a worse matchup. And then what about this Priest deck as well? So they've gone for a Malagos Miracle Priest, which I'm a big fan of this deck. They've only got one Psych Split, and it looks like they've taken out a copy of Holy. They've taken out the second copy of Psych Split to put Holy Smite in, and they've got one Horn of Rathian, no Elec mounts. So yeah, I think this is a pretty nice priest list there as well. Got some good decks tonight.
Yep. Matchup speaking, I would say that the priest is favored against the warlock. But how do you feel against the mage?
So I feel like Mage is going to fairly consistently get you. on somewhere between turn 7 and 9, depending on how lucky they get with their Incanter's flow and the rest of their kind of game plan, right? And with the Priest, normally you are doing your Miracle turn sometime between turn 4 and 6. So basically, you have got somewhere between sort of two and 3 turns after your Miracle turn to finish off a mage. So it's close. I would say probably slightly mage favored if I had to pick one side, simply because I think there's a lot of emphasis on the priest to do everything very quickly, and that sometimes means that you're going to go in earlier than you would like because you've got that pressure of a Merzaki OTK if you don't go in fast.
Yeah, I see. So, do you think we can be scared of an Mage Mozaki reverse? Because,
no, I don't think so. I think the Merzaki Mage will not stand up very well against this rogue. So Merzaki Mage really does not like Cult Neophyte at all, and I think this matchup is normally not super great for the mage, just because of the stealth minions, right? I mean, I guess you can freeze them, but you have to clear the whole rest of the board to do that, and there's a lot of early pressure. Yeah, I think actually that this rogue deck will be doing the sweeping.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay. Fine. So we'll see how it will go. So we will see if players are ready, so if we can start or not. Don't forget, you have the top and the bottom command in the chat. You can send the top command to send cheers to Russia team, or bot command to send cheers to Poland team.
That's a nice feature.
Yeah, for sure. Players are already preparing to battle, so I think it will start very soon.
Nice.
So no flame against Mikolop as the first confrontation.
Just check I've got those players in my friend list.
Let's hope.
Mikolop has accepted, and no flame has accepted. Fantastic.
Fine. Everything is good to see beautiful Hearthstone. Okay, here we are to see how it will go. Okay, fine. So no flame at the top of your screen and Mikolop at the bottom of your screen. We'll also add you no flame webcam.
Okay.
My sorcery will prevail.
Mikolop tossing away the cards that don't say SI, and no flame with no incanters below. But he does keep the arcane intellect. Interesting. What do you think of that, keeping the arcane intellect?
With the flow, now costing 4 mana, I think it's not that bad because you can arcane intellect into flow. Arcane Intellect is giving you 2 cards, where Mulligan It is giving you just 1 other card. So you have more odd to find flow with Arcane than without it.
Yeah, I can see that. Now we have a big choice of 3 drops here for Mikolop. He goes for the SI7 Agent. I like this. It has the most attack.
Yeah.
Mikolop is going to want to be putting the maximum attack on the board, and he's going to want to be ending the game as fast as possible.
Yeah, as a rogue, you want to put pressure in the first turns, because then turn 4, 5, the mage can just kill or freeze your minion. But in the first turn, the mage is drawing cards, playing his Incanter's Flow. So that's first turns when you want to apply pressure and damage.
Now I like this choice from No Flame here to go with the the clear on the minion. I think that the way that the mage has to play this matchup is they have to try and remove the minions. The longer that they can take no damage for, the more likely they are to win. And I like also that he's made use of the Ignite here, which is kind of a clunky card to use.
So now you can use the Crimson as No Flame to take benefit of that the partner still on board.
Yeah. Another benefit of that tempo play on the previous turn. So you can even, if you don't pick up anything better to do with your 2 mana, you can even unlock the Biscuit. So here it will be between Biscuit and Rune Orb.
I would say Biscuit because Face Rune Orb doesn't have that much interest.
It's very close, honestly, because I would probably lean towards Biscuit as well. The benefit of the Rune Orb is you might be able to discover something that you could play on the next turn, like for example a Spring Water or an Incanter's Flow. But I think the Biscuit is slightly better. It gives you a lot of flexibility in your future turns, and the mana needs to be spent at some point. But still, no flow for No Flame.
Hold on. I'm getting inspiration.
Yeah, you want to maybe remove that spell damage minion.
Now for Mikolop, he has an interesting line here. He could go Smuggler, Step Smuggler. I'm kind of surprised to see the step on the 2/3, if I'm honest.
You are keeping a stealth minion by doing it? And you
Yeah,
will,
I guess so.
You won't play revealed minion?
I'm going to be honest, I really didn't like this play. So look at how much stats Mikolop has on his board now. He has 2/3 of stats. He could have had a... oh wait, what is this SI7? Does it summon a 2 at the moment and then a 3? I mean, he could have had an extra 2 and an extra 3 drop, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe this was better. I'm having second thoughts. Maybe it was better.
Yeah, because
But-
Smuggler is only summoning a 3-cost minion, so that's not that huge.
Surely we go for the play now, because we can even complete the quest on the backswing, right? I mean, you could even extort the Smuggler, and then your quest reward is in hand. You can play it on turn 6 and give it stealth. I think it has to be.
Yeah, interesting choice.
Hold on.
I guess the other line you could go for is you could hit face, step
Smells like.
the 2/3, and then extortion that, and then replay your 1/3. But yeah, I think we just get the quest reward in hand here. Let's see what they go for.
You can even
Oh, yeah.
step the farmer to put more scabs in your deck.
They are going to go for it. Yeah, I like this line. I like this line a lot.
Yeah,
And this is going to be, I think, a really overwhelming amount of pressure. Even though No Flame has used the quiet turn that Mikolop took previously to get his flow online, he is now going to be facing down the card that I told you we were going to be worrying about on the Russian side, which was the stealthed scabs, because that's the thing that he doesn't have a great deal of answers to. He's only running one non-targetable freeze, right? And it's not in his hand at the moment.
and there is also the Battleground Battle Master in Mikolop's deck. So if the scabs stealth is played now, next turn we can imagine a secret passage to find the Battleground Battlemaster.
Exactly. You
So
could.
it would be exactly lethal.
You could. It would be lethal, although I think with 9 cards in hand and with one of those being a Cult Neophyte, he does find it, goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunate. But yeah, with 9 cards in hand and with one of those cards being a Cult Neophyte, I would like to see the Cult Neophyte coming down next turn, and then I think we would wait one more turn to go for the passage, right? Because that your opponent shouldn't be able to kill you or deal with the scabs if you have a neophyte in play.
I definitely agree that a neophyte should save you. Only one flow played from no flame, so.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think even if you played 2 flows, it's almost impossible to lethal through Cult Neophyte. The biggest deal of the Cult Neophyte is that it prevents you from cheating mana with Biscuit, right? Because the Biscuit token comes out as 1, which is a huge deal.
Yeah, definitely neophyte is giving you more time against that mage.
Look at this hand. No Flame really has no gas left at all.
Yeah, while Mikolop's one is kinda full. So lots of choice to make. Spiomatic is also very interesting to give you information about the opponent deck. Now you know there is 1 Chrome Session, 1 First Flame and 1 Multicaster left in the No Flames cards. You know they are not in hand. Yeah, trading it first.
Yeah. So surely we have to play. It must be Cult Neophyte. I would expect to see the weapon here. Yeah, but the Distractor costs 0. We want to get it out of the hand, so that makes sense too. But what are you spending your last 2 points of mana on? For me, I think it's the. I mean, you're going so wide on the board anyway. I think I would probably like to see the Swindle, but you could go for Skulker here. Oh, he's going to go for the Assassin over there. Yeah, I mean, I guess this makes more sense than the Distractor.
As wide as possible. Also, against the Discovered Flurry, putting more minion is giving you more odds to have your scabs unfreezed.
Yeah. No, I like this play. But yeah, I think the choice for me was between the Swindle and the 2/2 Stealth. This puts more tempo out, which I like. The Swindle gives you more chance of finding lethal from hand if, for example, your opponent has a fire sale. But I think whichever one they go for, they're going to win the game. I think this, as I said, I think with the 2 neophytes in the deck, this is a very rogue-favoured matchup.
Yeah, I see. And it looks like you will be right, because No Flame's hand is red, only hard cards to play. But that's only 14 damage from board for Mikolop, so he will have to find damage from hand.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Do you think you can find it?
Do you go for Secret Passage first, or Skulkers and Swindle?
Yeah, I would go for Secret Passage.
Yeah. I also think it's giving you more odds. And the Wicked Stab is here.
There it is, boys.
Oh, you even had the kill with Tenwu or SA7.
He did. He could have 10 with the scabs and gone for a stealth on the 2/2.
Yeah.
It was lethal in literally several ways.
Yeah. So 1-0 for Poland. Victory from Mikolop.
And I think we might be seeing a swift 2-0. But let's find out what's the next deck for Russia?
It's the AtomiK Warlock.
Now, this matchup is, I think, a little bit closer than the Mage matchup, because the AtomiK Warlock actually does have answers to stealthed minions.
Yeah. Against big stealth minions, such as the scabs, you need Moarg and lots of area of effect spells.
You are correct.
So that's not that easy to.
So if
Get it.
if Mikelot manages to get the scabs down with stealth on turn 6, like he did last game, the quest rogue nuts, I think we could see No Flames Warlock struggling.
Yeah.
But I think if No Flame manages to get his rod and draws into a few discounts before that quest is complete, I think he may be able to squeeze a win. We'll see.
Okay, no weapon at the moment for No Flame. Even with the nerfs at 5 mana, the weapon is so huge in the Warlock.
It is, dude. I think I think instead of nerfing the cost of a weapon, they really should have nerfed the amount of ticks that it does. I think that I just have no idea why they gave it 2 ticks. They should have just printed it with 1 tick. But oh dear.
Okay.
Very full hand
Yeah.
for No Flame.
You here for the tour?
We can see he is desperately trying to find his weapon, and he
And
does
here it
find
is,
it.
yeah.
He picks up the weapon. Now, this is exactly what we were talking about, okay? Mikelot, he's not progressing his quest as quickly as he did in the last game. No Flame is going to coin out the weapon. I think this is exactly how the quest rogue gets ahead in this matchup.
Yeah. But weapon on 4 is something very, very scary. So magic can happen, I think, from the Warlock side.
That's not particularly exciting as a passage.
Yeah.
The best option you have is a 4 mana 4/4, which does progress your quest, but that I think Mikelot was really hoping to pick up a Shadow Step or perhaps a way to draw more cards from that passage.
Yeah, but you have another one, yeah, so still I think fine for Mikolop. Okay, let's see what's inside that backfire. And lots of pieces of the AtomiK right now in No Flame's hand. The Owl 6 mana, the Phylactery at 3 mana. So we might see a turn 8 AtomiK for the Warlock.
That's about as early as it gets. I have seen it on turn 7, but it's hard. So what he's going to be thinking now is how do I dump this hand down so that I can continue to get my discounts rolling next turn. And he's doing this very, very nice and efficiently, right? He's using the 0 mana spells. He's making advantage of the spells that draw cards. Getting the Thalnos online, getting the draw of the coil. So he's now set up to just kill off a Thalnos and tap into completion of the well, not completion, but getting that second rod tick.
Yeah. Okay, here we have more cards to trade, and trading into a passage is like drawing cards. Okay, we'll see the SI7 to progress in the quests, and then play one of the 3 drops.
Yeah, it was a better passage than the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
We've got
for sure.
literally 2 SI7 cards played from this passage. And then you play the generator just to push 2 more damage. Probably not. I think it's kind of an important card. But you've got 2 of them already. I don't know. With a second one, I would have been inclined to have just tempoed it out, but I guess it's very bad into Tamsin. Okay, and the second rod on 9. Oof.
Yeah. When you have
Dirty.
the time to equip the second rod, things
Yeah.
are very fine for the Warlock.
Very fine. Now, it is worth noting that with 2 ticks of rod, the phylactery goes down to 0 and it cannot be combined with Tamsin.
Yeah.
However, that is normally only a problem when your opponent gains a large amount of armor,
Yeah, it's just true
which the
though.
Quest Rogue does not do.
Yeah. Against Rogue, you don't need all the Tamsin, the Tamsin plus phylactery. You are mostly using Tamsin for removal,
Exactly.
things like that.
So Mikolop going to want to be completing his quest this turn, but he cannot play the completed quest. So another issue that Mikolop is going to have to be contemplating is how... Oh my goodness. How does he actually dump hand space to play this quest reward? Because his hand is very full. Because he didn't play this stealthy... The stealthy thing last term.
Okay, but
Cult Neophyte there, I like. Just to try and make a small chance that this board sticks, but it's not going to happen, is it? Wow. These were some pretty lucky hits.
yeah, full clear Hysteria. Fine for no flame.
Yeah.
But now we got shipment for no flame. You still need it to do the fast OTK. Oh, read 1, summoning 4 imps. 8 combined with 4 is 32. And currently Mikolop is at 33.
So is it doing 4 already? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
It is. It's doing 4 already. Now, do you ever tempo it out here? Because if you tempo out the Wicked Shipment, was it not like setting up for lethal the following turn? You simply play the owl, kill the owl, and then... I mean, I guess you can still just play the Wicked Shipment next turn. Yeah, you don't need to tempo it, do you?
Yeah, you have infinite mana right now, kind of. So... 0 mana spirit, 0 mana
Yeah.
touch, so...
Yeah. And we have a Moarg there as well, yeah. So yeah, next turn will be Big Hoot, Moarg, kill Big Hoot, make some imps, phylactery and school spirits, and that is 7 mana lethal, right? Yeah. Actually, wait, it's not lethal. Well, it depends on whether these minions on board die, I think. Because it's going to kill... No, so
Yeah.
one of them does go back and they overdraw a card. Yeah, so there'll be 5 minions that die. And they're going to go for it, by the way. So there's going to be 5 minions that die. Oh, they have a Drain Soul as well, so they can kill off a Moarg. So I think it is lethal because of that, because now you're going to have...
Yeah.
Oh, and you get the initial owl hit as well, yeah.
Also, the School Spirit is killing the 6-4, so no 8 damage in
Yep.
6-4.
But I think if so, the Drain Soul, which I didn't see, if
Okay,
you
no.
don't have that, and the first hit of the owl goes onto the 4/4, I don't think it was guaranteed lethal. But yeah. Well played. It was indeed a turn 8 lethal, like you said.
We talked
And
about it.
we are
Yeah.
going to go to a third game in this series.
Now reversed from the rogue, as we were scared about. So fine, we'll have a third game. Not very likely in a best of 3 last hero standing to have a third game.
Nope. And we've got now. This is a matchup I love watching. Is the Miracle Priest against the Big Hoot Warlock.
I'm playing a lot of AtomiK Warlock in ladder, but I can't win against the Miracle Priest, so it would be very interesting to see how to win the matchup as a Warlock.
Do you run Hysteria?
I'm not running Hysteria, to be honest.
That's why you're not winning.
Oh, okay.
So Hysteria is very, very important in this matchup because Hysteria is the best Warlock removal for dealing with the big boards, which No Flame is running. However, I think the matchup is still Miracle Priest favoured.
Okay.
Particularly if you're a smart Miracle Priest player and you know that your opponent is running the... What's it called? The Hysteria. You can normally play around it. See the shard traded away here. On Mikelop's side, he is wanting to set up his combo at this point. So he's going to be trying to assemble cards in his hand. Once he's got enough cards, he's going to be reducing their cost with a palm reading, drawing out the Nazmani with the insight, and popping off. So I think with this hand, we might see a pop-off on turn 5. It's not a super explosive hand, but it's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, palm plus insight. That's what you are looking for.
So he goes for the palm reading on turn 3, and he picks up a horn as well, which is another minion. I think that's a very good pickup. Now I would have, I think if I were playing this, I might have been tempted to wait one more turn on the palm reading, because I don't think that you're playing the insight minion next turn. But he did end up hitting a horn, so he gets to spend mana on that now, which I think is that makes his play work out pretty well.
Sure. Okay,
yeah, so you just don't touch any of these cards now, and then you play your entire hand next turn, and you try and make a board, which the Warlock simply can't answer.
Yeah, you will be able to play Maligos, I think, next turn.
Now, I've been focusing on the Priest side, because I love Priest, but on the Warlock side, we don't have a Rod. So, yeah.
You have an Hysteria, at least?
We do have a Hysteria. That's a very good observation. There are lots of cards in that hand, so it's difficult to see all of them, but we do have a Hysteria.
Yeah, showing them with the mouse right now.
But yeah, having to tempo out a Viper because and probably passing the rest of the turns, that is unpleasant. That is a bad turn for No Flame. Okay, here we go.
Yep. Now the animation will be slower than Mikolop, so we can just see what he's doing.
Yeah. I don't like starting with the Renew. I think the Renew is the one that I would like to see used last here, personally, because it can generate expensive... like this, right? It generated a Soul Mirror. Now, if all of those discounts go on the Soul Mirror, you could run into trouble. And that is why you should start with things like Holy Smite, Thrive to pick up a cheap spell. Let's see if it actually happens. And they pick up a Fortitude as well. This could be bad, and they have been punished. Look at all those discounts they hit the Soul Mirror. They haven't managed to play the Malagos. That's
a fair punished.
That's an L. Now there were some misplays on that turn. I'm gonna be asking Mikelop about this turn if we interview him later, because I wasn't happy with this turn.
Yeah. To be honest, as a non-press player, I would have made a mistake. I wouldn't have think about it, but as you are talking about, it definitely makes sense that big mana cards can be hit lots of time by Nazmani, so they are not hitting Maligos, so you can't play it, sadly.
Yeah. So the mistakes on this turn were we should have played the cards that didn't generate more cards first to maximize the chance of the discounts hitting the goose. And when we did discover, we should have discovered the cheapest cards, not the Soul Mirror, which soaked up 5 discount slots. And we shouldn't have picked the Power Word Fortitude, that was expensive as well. But, okay, we'll... I mean, they still do have a chance, because they do have a 3-mana Malagos. So let's see what can happen. The win condition now is going to be make this goose as big as we possibly can, basically. So how big can they make it? Not big enough, I don't think. They can make it a 1919.
Yeah. But with no hand reduction, can you deal with a 1919 as no flame?
That's a very good question, because you're right, they don't have hand reduction.
It's only dealing 6 at the moment.
They actually can't. So even though I wasn't happy with the turn from Mikolop, they may end up winning anyway. Yeah, I like the horn or the insight here. I guess it's technically better to play the horn because it's more expensive.
Okay.
They pick up a big hoot off the top.
Yeah, what do you think of going for another Nazman in hand instead of giving 2 health points to your Malagos?
That's a good question. So the upside of giving 2 health is that you put the attack on the Malagos now. So if your opponent sort of damages the Malagos significantly, you wouldn't lose the kind of big attack. But wow, this psych split. Yeah, I think it's a close one. It's a close one. I think that putting the bless on was probably slightly better last time.
Okay.
So what options have we got here? We could go Psych Split Soul Mirror, or we could just go Bless Psych Split. But Bless Psych Split is really bad into Hysteria. So actually the Psych Split we can't play, can we?
I wonder.
Yeah, playing around this area would be huge for sure.
Heal Bless Soul Mirror, or Silence? No.
No.
Yeah, I think Heal Bless Soul Mirror is what I like. See if they go for it. I think they're going to go for it. Heal Bless Soul Mirror. They are going to go for it. Okay, he's redeemed himself.
He's just losing 1 damage. If he did it last turn.
Almost lethal, actually. Isn't it? Like, it was actually very close to lethal. And we get lucky. The hoot goes face.
Yeah. Oh. No, okay. So, what can you do on the flame side? You still can't deal with it.
Yeah. Just worth noting, also, I know that I said I wasn't happy with Mikolop's turn, but if he'd managed to play a goose on that turn 5, there was a very real possibility that the board got cleared by Hysteria. So that might have actually ended up being a blessing for the Polish boys.
Do you think it can be sometimes that the Polish boys think about it before playing that turn? So we will play around this area, so we won't play the Mali.
I don't think that crossed their mind. But that was the most exciting turn of the series. So I'm definitely going to be asking them about that in the post-match interviews if we get the chance.
Yeah, okay. So that's 1-0 for the Poland team with a victory
Very nice.
From Mikolop against No Flame. So we will go to the next one. That will be Levik against Dawido.
Very nice. Let's have a look at the lineups.
Yeah, for sure. And here is Levik's lineup playing Hunter, Shaman, and Priest. His Quest Hunter has been banned.
Okay, so we've got the Burn Shaman, which now this is what I would call a suboptimal list. We've got a lot of one-offs. We have one copy of Windchill, one copy of Landslide, one copy of Primal Dungeoneer, one copy of Rustrot Viper, and one copy of Lady Vag. I think this list is a little bit all over the place. So I think in most cases you should have 2 Landslides and 2 Windchills to cut those cards. They have put in a Viper and a Lady Vag. Now Lady Vag is pretty good, but this deck has a huge amount of card draw. They must be really hedging their bets so that they're not going to run into aggro with this deck.
Yeah, it makes sense. You are in only best of 3, you have 1 ban, so the odds of going into an aggro deck are not that huge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. And then the Priest, which is a different type of Priest. This is a Rally Priest. Now, I have been playing a lot of this deck on the ladder, AtomiK, over the last few days, and I am in love with this deck. This might be my favorite deck that I've played all year.
Yeah.
This is the exact list that I was using. It was the exact list that Gabby won the Masters Tour last weekend with. This list is nuts, but it's very... the last few days, but now that I have those games under my belt, I'm pretty damn sure that it's better than Miracle Priest. The reason why I think is because it has that kind of solitaire vibe to it, where like if you're actually accomplished with the deck, it feels like you can find a way out of every situation. Like it feels like you can turn a bad matchup into an okay or a good matchup if you know how to play the deck.
So you think it's better in every matchup? There is not a single matchup where the other Miracle Priest is better than Rally Priest?
I mean, probably not every matchup, but I would say most matchups.
Okay.
Because it's doing a similar thing, right? In terms of the board states it's creating, it's doing a similar thing, but it does it a little bit less consistently, but it doesn't run out of juice, basically.
Okay.
And also, you have this ability to kind of sculpt the board, if that makes sense. So, like, the other kind of Priest makes a fairly kind of predictable type of board. You can make a more... you have a lot more kind of say over what kind of board you create with the Cephex included. But yeah.
Okay. Got it. So we can move in with those decks. So the Widow is playing Mozaki Mage, Fell Quest Demon Hunter, and Burn Shaman. The ban is on his Demon Hunter, so only Mage and Shaman left for the Widow.
Yeah, so I can see why the Demon Hunter was banned, because Demon Hunter is very good against all three of Levik's decks. Now, why did they ban the Quest Hunter? I guess, yeah, it's pretty good against the Mage and the Shaman, so that does make sense. Now, looking at this Mage, this is exactly the same as the Mage that we saw in the last series. It's a standard Mozaki Mage list. And the Shaman we've got here is, this is exactly the same as the Russians' Shaman. So, clearly I'm out of the loop, and somebody's worked out that this is the best Shaman list. Because I don't like it, but here it is.
Okay, if we have an interview with players at the end of the consultation, we will definitely ask about it. It will be interesting to know why.
Yeah.
On the mage side, nothing that spicy. One ice barrier this time, and one flurry.
Cool.
Everything good for you? Players are ready.
Nice. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get into the games.
Yeah. For sure. So, Levik at the top of your screen, and at the bottom of your screen you will have Poland. Israel will be playing for Poland as the Wizdo's place, because the Wizdo is can't be here tonight with us. So it will be Israel playing. And we'll have Levik's webcam. Okay, here it is. Okay, yeah. I have to find Israel in my friend list, not the widow.
Oh. And I don't know if you can see it on your screen yet, AtomiK, but Mizrael has got the Incanter's Flow in his opening hand against the Priest.
That famous blue card, the one you're
But
looking
the Priest has got the Drekfar. Now this is going to be an explosive game.
Don't pull the wool over my eyes.
We're going to see a coin flow from Mizrael, but we are going to see a Drekfar in response. Now, if he can pick up a palm reading, this is the Stone Cold Nuts from Levik.
And not showing Levik's hand, my bad.
You got to show it, man. This is exciting stuff. He surely picks the Renew here, yet because it's another 0-mana targetable. Oh, this is going to be big. The question is, what is he going to pick up? Is he going to pick up 2 Nazmanis, or is he going to pick up a Naz and a Sefek? He's going to pick up.
Let's see.
And Nazmani and a Sefek. Now, does he go in with the rallies here? Honestly, no, not with the rally, sorry, with the Renews. Honestly, I kind of like not going in with them. Because you have the gift, but you pick up another gift. I don't like that one so much. Just stop now. Just don't play the second Renew. Just chill, because you've got a Sefek and you've got an Insight. I'm sorry, I'm getting very excited because I love this deck. Just don't touch your cards.
He's
hearing play it
that you're excited.
Okay, I was impressed. It takes a lot of skill to know when to stop playing cards with this deck.
But on Missouri's side, so are you playing? Which one between Sitek and Nazmani is the most important to kill?
So we can actually activate the Siphon Mana if we want as well. We have to use a lot of cards to do it, don't we? So yeah, Ignite, Brain Freeze, and then so he's gone for the Nazmani. Yeah, I think the Nazmani is the most important one. This is an explosive matchup. Like I talked about at the start of the series, the priest has to end the game fast before the mage gets to Mizaki. So the most important one is definitely the Nazmani. But now we can see the combo turn is coming off on Levik's side.
Yeah.
He copies the Nazmani, which is absolutely correct. That's the most important one. And now we're popping. So now he's gonna want to be playing the zero mana targetables. Okay, so now we're in infinite mode. Once you get 2 Nazmanis and 2 Sefex online, you're in infinite mode. You just keep playing the zero mana cards. So he's gonna want to be playing zero mana targetable, then zero mana non-targetable. He's gonna want to be just going infinite now. And look at this, we've got a lot of zero mana cards coming down. We're even going to be able to connect phase with a Sefek this turn. It could be lethal if he gets the right combination of cards.
You have to talk fast to comment this Miracle Priest game. You are doing it great. Huh?
Oh, we've even got the Rally coming down. But that's only going to give 1 Nazmani. 1 Nazmani's still pretty good. No, that's it. Okay. We could have done more, but it's fine.
I have the feeling that I am casting with Eminem right now.
Oh man, I'm dying. I'm congested. Oh.
Okay, you have the Siphon Mana, you can play if you want as Mizrael, but you're definitely looking for some devolving stuff, I think.
We are, yeah.
So
I mean, there's too many minions as well. But
yeah, the only way to discover it right now would be from studies, to take the Intendant, that is discovering a spell, and then find the devolving into the Intendant.
Honestly, I feel like we kind of have to end the game next turn, but I don't know, like, I don't know how we set this up. Do we ever just Siphon Mana the 4-2 and pray that we don't die? Or maybe Siphon Mana the 4-2 and Brain Freeze the 5-6 Sefek and hope we don't die? They are going to go for that. I think this was the best chance they had. But now we're going to see the Rally coming down. That's going to give us another Nazmani, which is exactly what we want. And we're really going infinite now. Nice little sequence there to prevent the other Nazmani dying off a gift. So does he have a Bless in hand? Bless is what we're looking for now. Bless ends the game on the spot. At the moment we have 10 damage on Levik's side of the board. We have now 12 damage. And we have a Void Shard in hand. We only need 5 more. We need 4 more. Now the Apotheosis has come down. I can't see the cards in my hand. Oh, that's a Bless. Okay. Yeah, the game's over. I think it was just created. Woo! Now, do you see why I love that deck?
That was fun, okay. That was a good time.
But honestly, I don't know if people enjoy this deck as much as me, because I feel like most people don't have a clue what's going on. I think it's a hard deck. It's a hard deck to appreciate. But I will tell you that Levik played that game very well. It's a hard deck to pilot, and he played it very well.
Yeah, at least you were knowing what you were doing, so what the player were doing, so it was fine. So how do you counter that priest? Can Shaman counter it?
So I would say that this priest is very favoured against Shaman. How the matchup normally goes is you play a couple of minions. The Shaman maybe removes your initial minions, but once you get your combo rolling, they have no answer to it because they can't. There's a certain size of minion that Shamans simply can't remove. And once you make your combo pieces big enough, you also keep generating answers for the big threats they put out. You keep generating more healing, and it just snowballs out of control. But we do have the one way, which from my experience, the Shaman wins this matchup. It is the Bloom Wildpaw Cavern. So this can create an insurmountable amount of board pressure. We also have the Frostbite. Frostbite is very good in this matchup because if your opponent tempos a Sethek in the early game, it really locks the priest out of a lot of options. You can't go palm reading. A lot of your spells are targetable, so it's actually a really frustrating thing to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have hope here for the Widow's side that with Novice Zapper Frostbite and the White Bow Cavern, things are looking good for the Shaman.
They are looking about as good for the Shaman as they can, I agree. Now, we do have... I think what's going to have to happen here, because we've only got... Oh, we have got a Nazmani as well now, but I was going to say because we're lacking minions, I think this palm reading is going to have to generate some removal, but it does not generate removal.
Yeah, but at least a 0 mana spell?
Yeah. Actually, hang on, with the 2 smites and with the... Do we have a Shadow Earth Devourer over there? Or a way to generate a Shadow Earth Devour? We don't yet, do we? But we do have a coin.
Can we imagine next turn going for the Miracle turn with a Nazmani, coin, Luminance, and then all the 0 mana spells?
I could definitely see that. It's gonna be difficult. I think we would have to hit a Sethek. I wonder if we play palm reading first. They're gonna go for it though.
We will feed on this world.
And
I guess you kind of have to. Oh, they're gonna go. Yeah, they're going palm. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. Oh, Devour. Devour is exactly what they wanted, because now they can go Devour and double smite, and it actually clears the board.
Yeah, first drawing a minion to get the reduction on it.
Oh, they rolled a Sethek as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they should have gone Sethek and Gift on the Nazmani before they did the Insight, but this was still really good. Oh, they get 2 Setheks as well. Oh my goodness. It's coming home. It's coming home for a Valley Priest. So they're going to be sticking 2 Smites on the 3/4s. They're going to be devouring the 1/1. The 3/4s are going to die. Oh my goodness. I freaking love this deck. We've still got a 0 mana Bless we can play. We have a Shard of Anaru that we could play if we need to do some more discounts. Oh, we have a Deliverance as well. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Did they kill the 3/3? No. Didn't have the time.
They did kill it.
They did. Wow.
That was a very good turn. I'm impressed with Mr. Levick's gameplay of this priest.
Okay.
Nice.
Managed to do a lot of things.
Now, Mizrael is sad. Do we have to go Zappa Landslide here? Oh, it's so miserable.
That's the only play, right?
I mean, you could also just go Landslide, Frostbite. Clears off
But you
pretty much the same amount of stuff. It's just leaving an extra 3/1 Staghorn.
And you don't take the HK on Frostbite by doing it.
Yeah, I think it actually is better to go Landslide, Frostbite, but they're going to go for... They're going to use an extra card, and they're going to clear the entire board, and they're not going to get the Frostbite, but that's okay. They're not going to win the game anyway. Like I said, this is a very priest-favoured matchup. And Levick has drawn well and piloted it well.
It won't be lethal, I think.
Not this turn, no, but it will be next turn.
Yeah,
Pulls
for
a
sure.
Drekvar, I believe, or another Nazmani, I mean, that was Mario. But they can just load up the board as much as they like at this point. I guess they can't even lose to the AoE freeze, can they? Because Mizrael is overloaded.
Yeah. So it can't happen, yeah, for sure. But yeah, no discovers for Evic, so things will end.
Who won the first series? Was it Russia or was it?
It was Poland.
It was Poland, so this is going to go to 1-1, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Very nice. Dude, it's so nice to see some well-piloted Rally Priest on the stream, man.
It's very nice to hear how you love the deck, how you are enthusiastic about it. So, 1-1 currently, with that victories by Levik over Poland. So we will have the tiebreaker game between Young Christ and Mizrael. So yeah, we'll go with the lineups.
Okay, let's take a look.
Yeah. So here is Young Chris lineups playing Paladin, Druid, and Demon Hunter. The ban is on his Libram Paladin, so only Kazakuzan Druid and the Fell Demon Hunter left. That's some decks that came out late in the meta after the mini set. Kazakuzan and that version of that strange Fell quest, Jace, everything Demon Hunter.
Yep.
That's a Demon Hunter with expandable performance over Kazakuzan. Some are playing Kazakuzan instead of performers.
Yep.
What do you think between those two cards?
Personally, I prefer the expandable performers.
Yeah.
I think that this combo kills your opponent, whereas the Kazakhstan just puts treasures in your deck, which might kill the opponent. The main difference between the two is that the performers is a 2-card combo. The Kazakhstan is just a single card. But I think overall this is the better list.
Okay, yeah. I have friends that played the Master Tour with Kazakuzan instead of performers and told me that they never played Kazakuzan. It was too heavy to play.
Yeah.
They preferred even a Wisp instead of Kazakuzan in their deck list. So, okay, definitely makes sense.
I do agree. I've had the same experience. I think that you have to, you really have to draw quite well for it to be good.
Yeah, because if you're playing Kazakuzan without card draw left in hand, you're just out of fuel. So you can't kill with treasures if you can't draw them. But yeah, we have Kazakuzan in the Druid. That's
We
the
do.
one. Sorry.
We do have it there.
In the Druid, I was talking about, sorry.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's the big Druid also playing Cenarion Ward, Maligos, and Onyxia. That's not the one that is only reliable on the Kazakuzan, where you can draw it with a Cold Tooth Mine. Here you also have the two other dragons. Do you have preference between that big Druid and the other one without the two dragons?
That's a good question. I think that personally I prefer the list with just Kazakhstan and the Cold Tooth Mines. I think it's a little bit more consistent. I have heard people say that this list is better against aggro. I just take one look at this list and I see Bog Beam and I'm physically repulsed. But some people like that. I don't know. I mean, let's talk about the differences. We've got no Cold Tooth Mines. We've got 2 big dragons. We're also running two Wild Growths, 1 Bog Beam, 1 Iron Bark. We've got Guess for Weight instead of Fungal Fortunes. We're not running Best in Shells. I mean, there's quite a few differences between the two lists, but basically it's kind of the same thing.
Okay, yeah. So the ban is on the Paladin, so we can move with Mizrael's decklist. Mizrael playing Quest Warrior, Kazakusan Druid, and Limbram Paladin. The ban is on his Druid, so we won't see Mizrael's Druid. He was playing also the one with Onyxia, but the very strange thing is on the Warrior. A very long time I haven't seen a Quest Warrior. Most of the time players are playing the Control Warrior, the OTK one or the Kazakusan one. What are you feeling about Warrior in the meta right now? Do you think it has an edge on some decks?
Pirate Warrior.
Yeah, the Quest Warrior. Yeah, he's back. He's still in the game.
I mean, I don't know. I think I liked Pirate Warrior when like before it got nerfed like a lot. Yeah, I think the deck is kind of bad right now though, to be honest. Like the quest reward is great, but it just takes too long to get there, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so if you think that Warrior is bad, so Mizrael will has to pray for a good Paladin. But yeah, Paladin is.
What did you say
great.
was banned? Sorry, I missed
The Warrior. You said that
the Warrior was banned.
bad, yeah.
Okay. Oh. Well, what have we got? We've got a Druid list, which
Yeah.
I think I actually really like this Druid list. So this is a Glowfly Arbor Up Druid list,
Yeah.
which is very good against other Druids.
Okay.
We've got only one copy of Capture Cold Tooth Mine, and we are running Onyxia, so lots and lots of tokens going on here.
But it has been banned, whatever. So I think that whether Young Christ banned it, it's strong against the Druid.
Yeah.
That definitely makes sense.
Just give me 1 second, hang on.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, the last deck from Israel is Libram Paladin. He's playing the pretty heavy one, playing inside Varian and also Mr. Smite. Not every list are playing them, but here we are having Varian and Mr. Smite inside, and the Murgar Morgul. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like this is a pretty standard Paladin list. A lot of people are running Mr. Smite now, and I don't really like it, personally. Murgar McGurgle, yuck, don't like that. But other than that, it's pretty standard. And I do like seeing a bit of Paladin.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about everything in both lineups. So I will send the go to players that they can start.
Perfect.
For the final one. A place in semifinals can be win tonight. For the team who will win the last one.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Place in the semi-finals of the prestigious Max League of Nations.
And yeah. The pseudo of Young Christ is 3J wrong, so don't miss it.
3J1. Classic.
We won't talk about the nickname. Okay.
Where is he? I can't see him. Who's the other opponent? Just so I can.
That's Mizrael and so Young Christ.
Just have Mizrael. Dawido? Must be Dawido, right? Dawido and.
Oh, Mizrael will be at the top.
Oh, it's Mizrael. Okay,
yeah, again.
Fine.
Mizrael again. So score is currently as 1-1 between the two countries, and 0-0 in the Young Christ against Mizrael game.
Oh dear, I accidentally accepted a friend request from somebody else.
Sorry. Oh.
Okay. Alright, we're good. I've got both the players, we're ready to go.
Perfect. So okay, good classes shown at the screen. Okay. Setting. And okay, the first matchup is Warrior against Druid. I think if Misrael brought that Warrior in such in that lineup with a Druid good against Druid, he might think that his Warrior is also good against the Ramp Druid. So maybe the Warrior can just aggro the Druid, playing lots of minion in the first turns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is. I do feel like their lineup was kind of built around leaving a Druid up.
Yeah.
So yeah, be interesting to see how it goes. They've got a nice aggressive start. Like, this is 4 pirates. This is about as good as it gets. Are they going to coin out a 1 here? I feel like they probably should coin out a 1, given they've got such a strong follow up. Unless the other way that you could play this is you could go coin free. Maybe that's better, given Druid's most likely follow up is a hero power. Yeah, I quite like this actually. But look at this curve from young Chris T. He actually decides not to innovate the wild growth, which I can respect because he doesn't have a follow up, right?
Oh,
So this is, I think it's kind of correct.
that's even better than the other pirates.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now surely we must surely be coining out the 1 drop now. No, okay.
I think you will coin the 1 drop next turn, whatever. So yeah, I also liked coining
You're saving the
blood
like, they're
side.
saving the coin for next game at this point, aren't they?
Because if you're coining the 1 drop here, you're just missing 2 damage.
Yeah.
Because you could have hit with
Yeah.
the sail before.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you coined it on turn 1,
Yeah,
you would have hit
yeah.
also more times with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, missing 2 damage.
They did. If they coined it on turn 1, they would have. Well, they wouldn't have pushed much more because it would have just gotten hero powered. But yeah, better late than never. And now we're going to see the scale of Nixia come down. However, it is worth noting that young Chris T does not really have anything else going on in his hand after this, whereas Misrael has quite a bit going on in his hand.
Yeah.
In fact, we could even complete the second step of the quest here. Oh, is it? Wait, is it free now that the second step needs? It is free. Okay, never mind.
Are you going for both 2 drops? Or do you think that Defias
Yes,
is doing the job?
We're spending all of our mana,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. You are kind of aggro deck, so... Oh,
Oh,
okay.
No, we're not spending all our mana.
If you're lucky and hitting buff, well, it's fine, but if not... Oh! Okay, if the Defias is that precise,
Wow.
it makes sense. But yeah, I also liked the fact that going
Yeah.
with buff
I
2
guess,
drops.
yeah. The upside of this play is that you do have like a guaranteed free 2 next turn. You spend all your mana. Man, they're even running Circus Amalgam. Unbelievable. So which one are we going to play? The Blood Cell Raider, I guess?
Yeah, it's giving more attack on board for the next turn.
It's a big boy.
So
or big
next
girl.
turn you can Innervate, Eclipse, Cenarion and Ironbark.
Yeah.
That's a perfect turn.
It is indeed. It's yeah.
With 4 cards in
Just play
hand,
all the cards.
you couldn't expect more. You could have expected another Eclipse, but yeah, here it's already pretty good. You have a Rush Things? Oh,
Pirate Warrior sucks. Yeah, I guess we just ironbark this, right? Why not?
and now what do you do?
Is there any way that we can kill this?
You can reach
No.
3 attack on the weapon, 3, 5, 7 damage. If the Defias is precise, but 7
I
isn't 9.
I think we play Circus, Amalgam, and Freebooter. We spend mana and we try and block this from doing too much damage to us, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, but you are buying yourself sometimes by playing the Amalgam. And next turn, if you can play the Rokara by doing it.
Can you? Is the final step of a quest still? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is 2.
Still 2.
Oh, what? Why are we swinging into this? Oh. Oh, I guess. Yeah. Okay. It means that the. Yeah. Okay. It makes sense then, because. Oh. So close. But that's still a good top deck for next turn. Oh. Oh. Do we go Lightning Bloom Malagos? We do. Damn. And we could even get Pog Beam. Can we hit a Pog Beam? Maybe a Pog Beam inside here. Nope. Try again.
Yeah, not the greatest discover.
Yeah. That's what we're going for. Yeah, you gotta go. Surely. Oh, wait. Do they. No, they don't hold on to it, right? Because you can't go scale. Because you have 5 mana next turn. I think you go Nature Studies. Because I think you probably have to pooch for a pounce, right? Yeah, pounce. So we got the Rakara coming down next turn.
Yeah, and maybe you can still win the game if you are pretty lucky with the Juggernaut RNG.
Man, I gotta admit, I thought that this was looking. Man, every turn I just feel like this game is going back the other way.
If you have...
Like now, it looks like the Warrior's gonna win.
Yeah, you think the Warrior at the moment is favored?
Right now, I would say yes. If we hit a Bog Beam out of this Moonlit Guidance, I think we could see young Chris T taking the game. He's going to go Solar Moonlit, yeah, to try and maximise chance of finding Bog Beam. Doesn't pick it up, so I guess you take either Juff for next turn or the Kazakhstan. Yeah, Juff probably better. He doesn't pick it up. Oh, that's really that is awful. You've got to feel for him.
Yeah. You take Kodo. Okay, you're going for Moonlight. Okay. The Juggernaut will clutch, maybe? Okay, that's not applying pressure. You're not happy, I think, as Mr. Side with that weapon? Because you're not under danger. You're not under pressure of dying as a warrior, so you don't pretty like that weapon, I think.
Yep, it's a bad weapon. It has 1 attack. And the cannon hits. Did they both hit the minion? They did. That's unfortunate. So this might be a good turn to play Sword Eater.
Yeah.
The weapon's bad.
Okay, so you're not putting the taunt minion.
They're just going max attack.
Yeah.
Face. Just fine. Oh!
Any more cards?
So, what can we do here? We can go Juff Scale, or we can go Anixia. Does Scale clear the whole board? Not quite from what I can see. Ooh.
Oh, the placement around the rabbit is perfect from Israel's side.
Yeah?
And
Yeah, I think it had to be the Anixia this turn because it actually does clear all the minions. I like the pick of the Scrapyard Colossus as well. Because it means so long as we don't get a really big weapon from Misrael this next turn, we can just plop that down.
oh, no Mr. Smite from Israel. It would have been
No,
this
Mr.
all.
Smite. We could take a card draw to try and top deck it, or
Yep.
we could just go face.
But
This is a key point in the game.
we have the hand, so we know that going face isn't winning you the game, right? As Misrael. Oh, but
Yeah.
it's putting the opponent at 4, and with only 1 armor point each turn, can you kill just by Juggernaut face to damage in few turns? In 2 or 3
Yeah.
turns?
Yeah. Well, what we need is Mr. Smite. I think the winning line is to swing into the 4-1 and try and hit Mr. Smite, right? Because you have 15 cards left in your deck. It's a 1 and a 15 to win the game. I think you have a Harbor Scamp left as well, so slightly higher than. It's probably about 10% to win the game if you hit the 4-1. If you hit face, I feel like
Got a job for me?
your odds are a little bit lower. But we're going face. I mean, you are putting him down to 3.
Yeah, with only 1 armor, with 1 Cenarion Ward wasted. If next turn both pings are going face, you just win the game.
So what options do we have now? We could go Juff to gain the armor, or we can Colossus for a taunt. If we go, I think it has to be Colossus here, right?
If that's Colossus, you are not hitting a minion with your Maligos, right? To have less odds that the Juggernaut will go face.
I agree with that. Yeah. Well, I mean, if we take down the 2-4, or no, if Malagos trades into the 4-3, what are the odds of both shots going face? It's 1 in 3, and then it's 1 in 3, so it's 10%, right?
Yeah.
Stand the time, Ron.
I think I would still trade the Malagos off because I think long term, it's better.
Going
Oh.
face.
I don't like this.
None one face, but oh! That's something I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it.
I forgot about it, dude.
Because yeah, last time we had Pirate Warrior. Rokalra wasn't in the game. So I totally forgot about Rokalra, and congratulations to Poland and Israel. That's 1-0, and that's 1 victory
Very nice.
from
this
the Warrior.
This is the match point.
Yeah, can we see a sweep from the Warrior?
I don't think so. I still have no confidence in this deck.
I would be so happy with a sweep from the Warrior, because as you said before when we were talking about the lineup, that Warrior isn't great, so it would be very, very funny to see a reverse sweep from it. So, okay. Druid beaten by Misrael, 1-0 for Poland. So yeah, as you said, match point for Poland to go to the semi-finals. And yeah, it will be an interesting matchup because I don't know really well the matchup of the Quest Warrior actually in the game, how it is against that Fell Quest Demon Hunter, because it's a kind of new deck that we didn't have when we have Warrior at the top of the meta. So it will definitely be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure myself. I haven't played this matchup before. I guess we'll find out.
And okay, started. Let's see. Okay, no 2-drops for the Warrior. Let's see if you can draw them. No. A 2-drop. Fine.
Job's done.
Actually, I think the Demon Hunter might have some difficulties dealing with the Question Ward.
Job's done.
This is a nice curve as well. You've got a 2-drop, you've got a 3-drop, maybe top deck a 4-drop. Dude, I tell you, casting the Quest Warrior is it doesn't excite me quite as much as casting the Priest.
I can hear it. But well,
we did top deck a 4.
Look at the beautiful curve. Next turn, Sword Eater, then Stonewall or maybe Bloodsail, plus a 3-drop you might draw. Wow,
Oh
that's
man,
insane.
I'm getting sleepy watching this. How do people say Priest is resident sleeper, man? Like, I feel like this Warrior deck is like the most resident sleeper deck.
Personally, I prefer the Warrior gameplay, just carving out minion. That's the Hearthstone I like. When you are carving things, you are not just hero power the first turns.
Yeah.
Turn 4, 4 mana minion. Turn 5, 3 plus 2 minion. Like an arena gameplay. I love it.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Well done, Mizrael. He's played his 4 mana pirate. I wonder what's next. Maybe a 5 mana pirate. Oh, that's an exciting top deck there. Are we going to coin the Glode or are we going to go Spectral Sight? Thing is, I feel like this hand you've got right now is pretty good, right? You've got a lot of removal here. I feel like we don't really want to glide this hand away. But young Chris T is he's mousing over that coin. No, I really don't like this line at all, to be honest.
And guide, okay.
But I'm very bad at Demon Hunter, so
I never played that Demon Hunter, it scared me. It's just feeling too hard to play for me, so I prefer not try it. So I won't talk about young Christy plays.
I repeatedly lost with this deck in the Masters Tour this time around.
Oh.
I think it's just the glide card. I think the glide card just it confuses me.
To play against or to play with?
Both.
Yeah,
I never know when it's good and when it's bad. It's very hard to evaluate, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure that in this spot where young Christie used it, this was a bad glide, but it's so difficult to know. We gotta trade that away. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go double IMO now. I guess you've got the expandable performers, and then you've got the Jace to follow up with. But how are you winning the game if you do that? I guess with your with your hero, but yeah, they're gonna have a really hard time dealing with the quest reward, aren't they?
I wonder.
And over on Mizrael's side, we're kind of choosing between playing 2 small pirates and 1 slightly larger pirate. Looks like we're going for a slightly larger pirate. Yeah, I can respect this.
So, okay, Spectral Sight. Do you have other card draw? Yeah, you have.
Oh,
Oh, you had the need for greed, huh?
we gotta play that. Yeah.
Giving you the quest
Oh,
next step.
yep. Actually, okay, this Warblades has made the game look much more winnable. To be honest.
Yeah.
Especially with the 2 furries and with the Jace.
Are you far from? Yeah, you're still far from Lethal as Israel on the turn at least.
Oh, Mr. Smite.
Yeah, you have
Mr. Smite off the top.
11, 12 if you are lucky with the weapon, but not more damage. So maybe you can just go for Rokara, face with the Stone Maul, and next turn go to with Mr. Smite plus the Foxtail to do more damage.
I do like this line. I feel like it does a lot of damage over the course of the game.
Yeah.
But you do. I think I still prefer the 2 small pirates. Maybe I'm doing that with caster vision because I can see that this plays very poorly into young Chris T's hand. But I feel like playing with 2 small pirates gives you more options, right? Like if your opponent does something like this, then you at least have the option to play the quest reward on the following turn, and then Mr. Smite can push like 20 damage with the quest reward. But I don't know. I mean, I guess thinking long term, right? You want to get this hero equipped earlier so you can get the hero power weaving in. So maybe this is the best line.
Time grows short.
Wait, something. I think there was a mistake there, right?
From who?
Oh, it's lethal. Wait, no, it's not lethal
No,
because
no.
the weapon's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, the weapon's gone, so the freebooter can't shoot. So they've saved themselves by playing me the Viper.
You can go Stormwind and Defias, the freebooter and the cannoneer.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that, aren't we?
We're gonna need more gunpowder.
Then yeah, just go face.
Was this really correct? Do you not want to like hit first and see if you're like, because you might want to hero power free? Yeah, like I didn't like this.
Did you prefer to kill the Viper?
Yeah, like I would prefer to hero power. It just I think this was suboptimal.
Don't you think that the Demon Hunter just has infinite removal? So leaving a minion or not on the board isn't helping the Demon Hunter to clear the board, and just every damage face.
I mean,
count.
it's also 4 armor. Like the Demon Hunter has to win eventually. I don't think it's going to make a difference to the outcome of the game, but I don't think it was the correct decision. What? Oh yeah. Oh, we're not playing Jace this turn. I mean, I guess getting to glide away the quest reward is good. But that was a lot of healing inside that Jace.
Yeah, but no Mr. Smite from Israel right now. And Rokara is back.
Kara's back.
Wow.
Damn.
And then you're playing the amalgam to put board presence.
Yeah. Oof. Actually, when I see it like this, I think this has to be a terrible matchup for Demon Hunter.
So are we going to see a Quest Warrior for the win in the last series?
I think this is going to be a Quest Warrior sweep. Oh
In the
gosh.
series where there was the best deck in the game, maybe the Kazakhstan Druid. Can we see a Warrior deciding it?
Okay. There's the Yace. But not playable.
I bet you can do this.
Has to be game over. Surely it has to be game over now. Oh, that's a terrible weapon. And I count. Not lethal.
Yeah. 7, 8, 9,
And we do have the Jace.
11, 13.
We even have Jace Warblade. Oh, he's looking.
For Smite. Not Smite, but that's
Oh.
3 more damage.
So we have
10. You will lack of mana. With 10 mana right now, you would have Lethal maybe. But now you can't play and Stormwind and Foxtail. So yeah, there are some mana.
I think it would even be a couple of damage off, even if you could play all these cards.
Yeah, that was too off. Even if.
It has to be Jace Warblades now. I don't know if it. I mean, it probably full clears and heals, right?
Amidst
It has to be.
flames, only we shall remain.
Oh,
Many cards.
that Fell Barrage coming before the second Immolation Aura. Oh no, it's still going to clear. Just about. And the deck is empty now. But we actually still have a full combo. Damn, I think they're going to win. We've still got a full combo here.
If there is a Mr. Smite from the Juggernaut, that's still lethal. That doesn't look like Mr. Smite. That's a Defia Sleeper.
So we have to play the Cutterus next turn, right? And we get a bunch more healing because of a Warblade. We clear the board, and then we combo them, right? I think this is it. I think we've got them. But what does the PP Warrior do? I guess just play all the PPs.
You can't play your hand, right? You know that there is the combo in your opponent's hand. So you're just praying to have a wonderful Juggernaut next turn, giving you Smite or things like that.
Yeah.
So you can have Lethal.
yeah. Actually, yeah, you know that they have to play Kurtrus, don't you? So I guess the correct decision is to play no minions, because if you know the Kurtrus is coming down, you want to deny. Like every minion that you play is gonna cause you more damage, right? I mean, I guess if you play a 5-3, then at least you kill the 8-4. So
Given up everything. What have you sacrificed?
okay. So now, any moment where 6 health is left on the board, young Chris T's going to win. So there's not 6 health on the board right now. I think the correct play here is to freeboot her and then hero power it, right? You want to hero... No, it doesn't work because of the captain buffing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just hitting face and no minions.
Yeah. Now this is interesting. Do we ever play the Magberidon? Or does that cause us to be dead? I mean, I think this is just a hero power pass. You could maybe toss out a talented Arcanist just to try and soak a few hits. I think playing the Kurtrus would be a mistake because it would allow opponent to trade off that captain. But then I guess also he could trade off captain into the Arcanist and then ping it. How much damage are we facing down next turn? We're taking 7 from the captain and the pings, 3 from fatigue, so we're going to go down to 12 hit points. We're saying to is our opponent going to have 12 hit points from his hand and the weapon? And if the answer to that is no, then we win by just passing. But we can see on the other side, he's got 8 damage from his hand, 4 damage from the weapon. Actually, even 2 damage from a weapon would do it because of the ping. He's going to go for the Magferidon. Now, the Magferidon's absolutely going to lose in the game. He's now dead. But I think that the correct line here was either to just do nothing or to tempo the Arcanist, but it's difficult.
Oh.
I think if he had just tempoed the Arcanist... Oh, wait, there was a 1-attack weapon here.
Yeah.
But I think he's still dead. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess board space is an issue. He can only play... he can only play 1 pirate because of a Magferidon.
Yeah, you can shiver.
Yeah, you can
the
shiver
Arcanist.
one. So the 1/3 goes face, you shiver it, and then you... What's the most damage you can do? The 3 mana and the 2 mana, right?
The Defias can go face twice if you are lucky enough. So let's say that we are lucky and everything is going face.
Wait.
Oh,
Has he found a way to survive one more turn? I think he has, right? Wait. No, he's just dead. Like, you're just dead, dude. Why? Why, like... Okay, that was a strange end to this game, to be honest. I can't work out if this was a blunder from the Pirate Warrior or if this was genius from Young Chris T. But to me, this felt like a mistake. I feel like... Yeah. I guess maybe what they were thinking was that, you know, maybe what Young Chris T was thinking was that Mizrael has to have complete garbage and no burn and low roll a weapon, right? Because if if we leave it one more turn, right, he could just ping off his pirates, and we're never going to be able to get there. We have to play this mag now. It was a very interesting end to that game. Very interesting. I don't know. What do you think, man?
That was too hard for me. My brain just left me, telling me that okay, man, I can't think about it. Let Meati talk about it and seeing what's.
I feel like there must have been a lethal from the other side there as well.
Your judgment.
It was
Maybe there wasn't though, because they rolled such a bad weapon, didn't they? Oh well. I mean, it's thank goodness it's a different game now, because we don't have to think about that anymore. That was so complicated.
yeah, that was strange things. Some things we are not used to see. So very hard to tell what was the better line. Huh?
Now this matchup, I think, should be favoured for the Paladin. So what are we doing here? Are we just using the Fel Barrage, or... Could you even set up with somehow with a mag to clear everything? I don't think so, not consistently, right? I think this is probably the best line.
To go for mag now or later? Didn't understand.
So I think it depends on what you top deck. Because the problem with mag in this matchup, just tempoing it, is that the Paladin can buff it. So unless you top deck the spell damage card, I think you probably don't tempo mag. Especially when just a hero power will clear the board. But I'd be kind of inclined to play studies here, because there's a lot of good things you can hit. Like Glide is great, because your opponent has a big buffed hand. Spectral Sight is great because it completes your quest step, but they're not going to do that. They're looking like they're going to play the mag. Now I think this is a big mistake.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how it goes.
This is not the matchup for it, and you don't have a clear on the tokens. So if they have a divine, if Mizrael has a divine shield buff, which they do, right? They have novel mount. I don't see how they're ever going to clear. I mean, I guess if they top deck spell damage, they could still hero power 1/3 and then clear it. I don't know.
Yeah, giving it some substance, so it's not that easy to clear.
Yeah.
Arcanist Aura isn't killing it anymore.
Yeah. I think this is looking pretty rough.
Yeah, by doing that, you just give the opponent some minions to hit you.
So you do have a clear. If you generate that weapon, Illidari Studies, the 3 mana one that deals 1 damage to everything, you do have a clear. So I think that's the play now. You play Studies to look for the 3 mana weapon. Do they pick it up? It's there! The 3 mana weapon is there! It's a clear!
Yeah, the mouse.
Wow, very nice. They actually found the line. Damn. That was the only thing that did it. Unbelievable. So now there is a mag, a 12/12 in play, and they have a follow-up with Cutterus. Damn.
And yeah, mag is
And
here.
does Mizrael run Barov? I think they did, but I can't remember.
Let me check it. Paladin. Yeah, one Lord Baroth.
So they do run a barrel. Okay.
Not in the hand right now. Yeah.
Yeah, the hand is kind of clunky, to be honest. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I think they might. I think they might win with that line.
On 7, you can coin Varian. You can herd with Aldor before it on 6. And if Mag is dropping to 8 health point, you can kill it with Varian.
I'm impressed. Yeah, there's. I think even if the most defensive play they've got is Aldor, right? 5-mana taunt, and they just die.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
I guess they're not quite dead yet, are they? But this could be it. The Kurt's gonna take it.
Yeah, it's huge. Huh?
There we go. Wow, that is 2 games that I thought looked
My eyes for vengeance.
grim for the Demon Hunter, and young Chris T has won it. I mean, this is very impressive because I'm not sure I would have won either of those games,
Yeah.
to be honest.
So that's a victory for Russia with that Mag going face. Yeah, pretty impressive games with the Demon Hunter. So, and a comeback for Russia. Poland was leading 1-0, and then Russia just came back. So we'll see if we can have players for the post-match interview. Will be definitely
Let's
interesting.
see
We
if we can
have
get him in.
lots of questions to ask.
We do.
Oh, and Russia just told me that they are ready for an interview. So I will add them right now. So, Levik and young Christy, let's go. Here they are.
Hello. Who we got there?
You have young Christy
Hello.
first. Hello.
Leave it
Yeah.
and young
I'm
Christy.
here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Well, those were some really exciting games. Shall we, Levick? I want to just congratulate you on those priest games, man, because that's a hard deck to play, the Rally Priest. How do you feel those games went?
Thanks. I played this deck really a lot, and I was watching his stream today. I know that you're also a big fan of this priest.
Huge fan.
Yeah, I've practiced this deck a lot for Masters Tour. I have like 300 games with it at least. I don't know.
That would explain why you were playing it well.
Yeah, all these plays were kind of automatic. We just talked a bit. I know that some plays were kind of slow, just because we discussed them. I don't know, was that the correct line, or I should just start playing cards? But
the most important thing to do with that deck is to make sure that you set up your combo correctly, and you did that on both occasions. I think the only thing that I might have done differently is I think when you had 2 0-mana renews, I think it was after Direct Fire, a mage game, I probably wouldn't have played either of them. I think you played one, and I think it was fine.
yeah, I first of all, I said exactly the same words about the setup to my teammates. That it's better to make less. I don't know how to say it. Like to play less spells after static, but to make sure that your combo is popping.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind
I
of happy
agree.
with all my plays. Yeah, I agree
I
with
was
you.
very happy with your play. I think it's such a hard deck to play, and I think you really nailed it.
Thanks a lot
I
again.
think that yeah, because I think anybody who's tried to play that deck, you will see it is so hard to like I had to play I think like 20 or 30 games before I even got the combo once. So to be able to like pull it off twice in on turn 4 or 5 in 2 games is really really good. And
I don't know what to add. You kind of said everything for me already.
And then I think even more impressive was those last 2 Demon Hunter games from Young Chris T. Because to be honest, Demon Hunter is a deck that I'm pretty convinced I suck at, and I don't think I would have won either of those games. What do you think about those games?
Those games were really weird. I thought like I was gonna lose them.
Yeah, I thought
I
you
mean,
were as
at least
well.
one. The versus Pirate Warrior game was, I don't know how did I win it exactly.
So the Pirate Warrior game was I don't know how you won either, but there was one play which I still don't know whether it was genius or whether it was like whether it was thrown from the other side somehow. But like where you played the Magferodon right at the end, I don't know. I think you only won the game because you made that play, but it was such a weird play.
Yeah,
I think I should have played 7-7 with Macterion and not 1-3. Like I was confused at the end. I thought like he maybe could have cleared the 12-12, but I probably should have played 7-7.
So we were counting all these outcomes and all the possible lines for our opponent, and we actually didn't come up with a real decision. So I increased just made it on his own, and I like post game. I would say that I would agree with that play because he could somehow sacrifice all his minions except 1-3 to our S7-7, and then he would survive another turn and top deck smite. So the line that we took should be the line that got us the most percentages for victory.
I think I agree with you. It did 2 things. The first thing it did was it guaranteed that you had lethal next turn. And the second thing it did was it blocked spaces on your opponent's side of the board, so they could only play 1 minion, or if they killed off one of their own minions, they could play a second minion, right? So I think provided they roll a low attack weapon, which they have to do in order for you to win, I think your line would have the highest odds of winning against anything that wasn't Mr. Smite, right? I think the play I might have made in that position is to just play the 1-3. But the problem with just playing the 1-3 is that I think your opponent can trade off the captain into the 1-3 and then ping it down, and then you don't have lethal, right? And then they should kill you on the following turn. It's such a weird situation though, right? Where both players are just kind of like
We somehow accounted that if they top deck smite were dead anyway, because they can play another pirate or they can attack with our 1-3. So we wanted to make sure that we kill them on the next turn, and not to let them another opportunity to top deck smite.
Yeah, that was. I honestly, I think those Demon Hunter games might have been. I think that might have been some of the most impressive play I'd ever seen. To be honest, like those were 2 absolutely crazy games that I genuinely don't think I would have won.
Yeah, I agree. I was very excited about these games. For a second I thought that I was less excited on the last MT than after this victory.
Well, you've made it to the semi-finals, boys. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do we know who they're going to be playing next, AtomiK?
Yeah, for sure. Right now, let me check it. They will play against the winner of Chess Republic against Canada. Sorry, even Chess
Damn.
Republic or Canada, both strong countries.
Czech
Grandmaster.
Republic runners-up from last year.
Yeah. And Canada, a new runner-up, didn't participate last year, but strong players inside, grandmasters. So yeah, be definitely a beautiful fight, even if it's Chess Republic or Canada. Do you have a preference between facing Chess Republic or Canada?
I'd rather face Canada, honestly, because NA.
Yeah. I think I would rather face Canada as well. I don't blame you. I think Czech Republic is very strong.
But yeah, we'll know tomorrow about how you will face. Do somebody have something to add in the interview?
I can only say that those were really interesting series, and thank you.
No, thank you, boys.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us, and have a good evening, and congratulations again. Thank you.
Take care, boys. See you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay. So it was the end of that confrontation between Russia and Poland. So yeah, we were talking about Chess Republic against Canada. It will take place on stream on tomorrow's stream. It will be casted by Clark, the quarterfinal, on Thursday at 7 p.m. but at the Easter time, at the American time. So it's like the middle of the night for the European. So if you are still awake Thursday night, don't forget to watch it. And then we'll have the semi-finals and the final on next week on Max TV. So just follow us on social media, on Twitch, Twitter, so you know when everything will happen. You don't want to miss the end of the Max League of Nations, the semi-finals and the final. Thank you, Meati, for being with me tonight. It was a pleasure to have you with me, to have your deep analysis about the game.
It's been a pleasure to be with you. I'm sorry if I talk too much. I did get very excited in those pre-games, though.
It was very fun to have an excited caster with me to bring some punch in the cast. So it was definitely perfect. Thank you everybody in the chat for being with us tonight. It was a pleasure for me as always. I hope I will see you next week for the end of the Max League of Nations. Thank you everyone. See you soon.
Take care, boys. Peace.
Bye.